Welcome to the Weekly Word. I'm Pastor Rob, and each week I want to bring you one word in Greek from the upcoming lectionary that hopefully can be for your devotion, but also maybe even your preaching. And this word for this week is apологηθηναι. And that might not be a word you know, but it comes from Luke's Gospel. And here Jesus is talking about all the bad things that are going to happen. And then he says, you might even be arrested, but don't worry about your απολογηθηναι. Now, what does this word mean? Well, you may have kind of heard even its kind of more familiar form, apologeo, which again you probably hear as apology. And in English that means to say you're sorry. But in Greek, the word apologeo really has more of like the apologetic connotation, in that you're offering an apology. And so often in our world today, when we think about apologetics as Christians, we think about ways to defend the church, defend the institution, defend the teachings. But the reason why this is such a mouthful of a verb is actually because it's in the passive voice. And that means that it really is more being defended. But Jesus says here, don't worry about being defended. Jesus makes the point that we're going to be defended not by our own wisdom, not by our own preparations, but by something or someone else. And that is, of course, Jesus. And then he hands over the promise that he will be with us, that we won't actually be harmed in the end. In a world that's filled with fears, I think, again, we want to batten down the hatches and defend all that is and all that was in the church. But instead, Jesus tells us to let go of that, trust the defense to God, and simply to offer then our witness as to who Christ is.